Hello, Twitch. Hello, Twitch. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work for tonight. I think we're just going to switch over. If only my stream deck was open. I think we're going to switch over to the old camera setup here tonight. I think we're just going to shut you right off. Bye, plant. There, that should be a little bit smoother. That should be a little bit more up to date. Switch over my stream deck to the old layout with the old scenes. Come on, computer. You can do it. It's only one more stream until I hopefully have parts for you. Okay, we'll hope that that's going to fix itself here shortly. I do need to show you so that I can close it. We do have the Discord going tonight with a new vote in there for this week. Hopefully you can all join in and make your voice be heard. Looks like several of you have already found that I posted that a bit early tonight. Normally I do it during the stream because I can do it during the stream and show you guys everything. The way the computer's acting, I just figured I'd do it ahead of time. So, we have banana pudding this week versus dill pickles. Interesting combo there. I don't know which one I really want to win. Both of them are very interesting. Yeah. The heck am I going to use banana pudding for in a savory sense? And what the heck am I going to use dill pickles for in a sweet sense? So you can go ahead and vote for your choice with the the chef or the other chef, whichever one, and Ozzy just throwing random emotes out there. Let's make some coffee. Different setup for this. Start by wetting my filter. A lot of people swear by having to rinse your filters and getting them out. I don't really know that I notice a huge difference between it. I've been doing it pretty regularly, but I don't know that it's really affected me. Oh hey, I'm supposed to weigh that, aren't I? Let me guess, it's going to be about 23. Ah, it's a bit higher. Filter holding a bit more water tonight, because that ain't that much heavier than coffee. What's the reason for doing... But I did the whole thing about Discord ahead of time, so that way I can completely shut down Discord now, and hopefully it'll help the computer a little bit. Wet the filter. Many experts in coffee, people who are fanatics with coffee, believe that the paper, unless you rinse it, gives it an off flavor. And why did I remove the scale already before doing my final pour? Let's see how close I got. We'll tell by the cup here if it's... a little bit under. And so rinsing it rinses out that paper flavor, apparently. And I can see where they're coming from, because it's pulp, and they're not going to completely rinse out the pulp, especially on something that's typically sold by weight. Oh yeah, we're quite a bit short there. Oopsies. Hello all. Welcome in, Mr. Blake Carrington. Cheers, folks. Happy Wednesday. Happy to see you all in here. Yeah, that's my regular daily use mug. I've had that quite a while now, though. But this was made by Sonoma Potter, who is now passed away, unfortunately. But yeah, I like it. It's a nice mug. What the heck was that, Gadget? And what's wrong with the teaspoon? This is a Dairy Whip, and it's not really intended for coffee. It's more intended for frothing some dairy if you want to do so without heating it, without using steam. Yeah, what Rhino said. Hey, car guy, welcome in. So I'm going to start with some tortillas tonight, since we need tortillas to make tortilla chips. You start by mixing some flour and fat here. Nice start to the evening. We're going to want some salt in our tortillas. And a little MSG, because it's meat, and I put MSG in everything. And I'm going to add some oil in there. Since I don't really have any good like bacon fat or anything around the house right now, unfortunately, we'll use a little, let's use olive oil, not sunflower. That I am the Mind of Z. Welcome, welcome. So we got salt and we got olive oil in there. Now we need some hot water. And actually I'm going to let that warm up a little bit more than that. Where'd you go to get to do that, car guy? We'll let that warm up a little bit more. It's about 130 right now. I want it to be up around 150. It's handy to have a nice little kettle that tells you the exact temperature it's at. Oh, here on Twitch, okay. Good shake until it starts coming together all on its own. really is amazing how much heat is retained by the flour, too. It still feels warm. I mean, you would think that you pour the hot water in there and it just sort of disappears, but this is still pretty warm. So we give this a decent kneading here. Make sure it all comes together nicely. It's cool that Twitch is providing that moment for some people. I remember having moments like that, like with Twitter back in the day when it first came out. Like, wow, celebrities actually can see what you're writing. So if I get everything here on time tomorrow, might actually do a computer building stream for updating this streaming PC here that's been giving me all the lag and memory issues since I cleaned it, actually. Not 100% sure, other than the loss of the hard drive and its potential virtual memory, that's given me so many issues. To battle. SoCal is just trying to get me to type things. Looking rough. I don't know if we're gonna get this. We do have a flag bearer helping me out. What's the other character that's still up there? We lost everything else. Oh, Entropy's got a rogue up still too. Wow, we got that. Nice. Entropy saving the day there with the assist. Play Carrington getting the scrolls. Musketeer scrolls. Musketeers are great. They're like flag carriers. You only really want to add one of them at a time. You don't really want too many of them on a battlefield. I mean, if you're gonna have an army with multiple faces to it, that may be one thing, but they don't stack, so like their benefits are only good for the first one that's out there. Or rather, the one with the most levels. onto the boss. Super loyalty super boss chest. Let's go with Crystal Warrior. Bottom corner there. I'm not sure if top or bottom was the best choice there. I looked relatively close. Like it shouldn't matter too much. Alright, back to this ugly mess that I'm still kneading. Swapped out the mat underneath my cutting board. I use a piece of like drawer mat stuff because it holds it in place nicely. And I realized earlier today when I was going to put the one I had been using back underneath there, it was all smooth plastic. Like normally it's a pretty grippy material. I was like, well, I guess that's time to go. We're slowly becoming a moldable mass here. It's slowly getting better. Just fold and stretch and fold and stretch and fold and stretch and fold and stretch. For anyone here expected me to be cooking with liver tonight, that was the initial plan until I got into realizing what California's laws were for foie gras, which is not the only type of liver out there, but it was one that I felt should be included. And so liver is delayed until Sunday because I'm having some shipped to me from New York. Because apparently it's not legal to retail foie gras in California. They've been trying to ban it. They keep trying to ban it. I guess they at least banned the retail sale of it, but you can still legally order it online. Foie gras. Foie gras being the purposely fattened liver of a duck or a goose. It's typically only duck here in the United States. Oh. Boo. See where we are with our... I don't have it up. I don't have my dashboard up because I don't want it. We'll give that a minute and see if he comes back. Let me know when you're back, Mr. Carrington. Awesome. So, foie gras. So the purposely fattened liver of a goose or a duck. The first off, it's a natural thing for the birds to want to do this naturally on their own, and they actually don't mind it. But the imagery of, sticking a tube down their throat in order to mass feed them is doesn't play well on TV. And so California has been for a long time working on fighting and banning that. And it's been banned and it's been overturned, it's been banned. Now it's sort of like half overturned again. Because it's only more recently that it's now legal to have it shipped to me here in California. Alright, I'm tired of kneading this now. It is into somewhat of a nice formed ball here, which is the major thing that we need for rolling this out and then cooking it. Actually, we can roll that out and cook it. Make sure we get that gluten worked in there. Yeah, I do admit having it flown here from New York is not really in line with most of my other eating and stuff. Most of my other food is all very focused on being local. I mean, I was even a little annoyed at the fact that I was buying Mexican tomatoes today. Which I actually think the dude restocking misheard me and thought I was being some racist talking about Mexico underneath my breath. It's sort of weird that the store that I went to, the store that I went to, they, the owners of it sold it to the employees. Let's say the way that I think of this, you know, they owned the supermarket, and then they put out this huge PR thing that, you know, we're selling it to the employees. You know, it's going to be an employee-run company. And it was them just selling out of the company is the honest thing, because it happened, like, within months of Whole Foods being bought by Amazon. It was very obvious reaction to that. At least to me. And so it's sort of weird going around that store now where the employees have this almost like sense of entitlement. It's sort of like you're on par with the employees here because they own the joint. And it's like, just weird. It's a very, I mean, they very much are dialed into trying to control the local market. Like, I know that they have plugs going to the local Grange meetings and the local farmers meetings that are just, oh, I just give everything to them. I almost said their name right there. I just sell everything to them, and they're great. I don't have to worry about, you know, talking to a bunch of people that work in the farmers markets. Okay, we're gonna let that rest now that we've gotten that folded a bit more. Use the same bowl for that. Part of it's very much a store that I doubt actually paid their employees very well to begin with. Because, I mean, basic knowledge level of some of the stuff that goes on in that store is sort of like, what? Things like being served. I bought myself prosciutto from that store once. I'll never buy prosciutto from them again. Because they gave me, I think it was a half pound of prosciutto with the rind still on it. Which, if you're familiar with prosciutto, if you ever slice prosciutto, the outside rind of prosciutto is like chewing on hard plastic. You do not sell that to someone. You do not give that to someone. So I'm cheating for the start of my salsa tonight. Using some canned tomatoes. But that's because it's winter. It's winter. That's why I have tomatoes that look like that. Genetic mutations that have freakish growing seasons. Nice catch there. Yeah, this blade needs a little honing love. Got 14 minutes on the Stream Raiders clock. That's a bit better. That's cutting a bit better now. I can already tell you I'm not in love with these tomatoes. They're looking quite mealy to me, to be honest. Not a fan. That doesn't happen as far as I know. Why? What's going on? I have the Discord closed, but I can go in the back and look at it. Got our tomatoes for our salsa tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and give those some salt. Oh. Well, I didn't know it was a bot it was responding to. Give the bot a break. Bots confuse it. Bots confuse the bot. Leave it alone. Okay, what else are we throwing in here? We need some onion in here. We need some cilantro in here. We need some citrus in here. Please peel for me. Just showing everyone that, hey, every once in a while, yeah, I'll dice an onion. Even though I hate dicing onions. I don't know if we need all of that onion in there. That looks like a healthy amount. We'll save this for the guac and that. Going through and we got some old remains of outer layers here that I'm rinsing off underneath the sink. Obviously didn't do that very well. Make it back to the board, it looks just as dirty as it was when I left. Hey, Hud. Welcome, welcome. Use all these heartier parts of the green onions for our salsa. I see it. Where are you? We have our adobo packed chipotles. Still got more for Friday. That it is. This one's going to be going both with tonight's nachos and with enchiladas on Sunday. Or Friday. Sunday's going to be liver. Ooh, that one almost got me in the eye. Almost there. It's not green enough yet. So I'm going to be picking some cilantro now. Oh hey, just in time for a battle. Well, if the Stream Deck wants to work. There we go. Oh wow, we got lots of help here. It's good, we gotta take out the boss. I decided to delay it, HUD, because I decided I wanted to use foie gras, and I had to order foie gras rather than buy it. It's not available retail in California. all the other livers are available, and I dithered back and forth whether I should just do it without foie gras, use other liver. It's like, no, I want to use foie gras. The devilish one on the shoulder won that one. I think we lost a lot of people, but I think we got this one. Victory. Victory. Entropy getting them assists. Continuing to carry us. Thank you, thank you. Some big scrolls there, 30 of each. That's some nice pickups there. Congrats to you. Boss defeated. Alright, we going top or bottom here? We going green and blue? Gold and blue? I'm guessing green and blue from the reaction last time I gave you guys this choice. You love you peoples. I'm fine with that. Whenever you want, man. Let's do green. There we go. Yeah, it's like I had feared. You gotta type the 250 sprinkles with it. It's mostly just for the title there. So now that I have a lovely assistant of a mod in chat to help me out, we're now going to have regular sprinkles raffles for 250 a day or a stream, or every couple hours if it's a long stream. Just throw a little wrench in the sprinkle collection. I'm probably gonna have to change that title because I don't want to have everyone announcing how many sprinkles they have just to join in. But I will do that. That's on my side to fix. So I think that's enough for our salsa here. Why, thank you, thank you. Greatly appreciate that, Hud. Thank you for continuing that sub from Entropy. Entropy. Never know if I pronounce people's names right or not. It's sort of funny because most people probably never pronounce their own name. I'm not worried about getting these super small for this. That's a little large, though. Okay, we got chipotle salsa. Chipotle-based salsa. And we're gonna do jalapeno with our my bad. My bad. Yeah, it wouldn't have worked to the right screen anyway, Ozzy. Because it's set up for the new setup rather than the old system that we're using tonight. Hey, I can still throw things at you here. Woohoo, Nan Reader! Thank you, Ozzy. They've been growing them jalapenos large these days. Bought 2 of these, figuring salsa and guac, but I forgot that I had the chipotles, so we got some jalapeno for dishes later this week. Definitely don't need all that onion in this. A bit more of our green onions. Again, going from the less desirable side for, we'll save the nice pretty green stuff for the final garnish. This one's a bit softer than the first one. This one wants to squish before I finish cutting it. This one I think is more of a preference for you. I think these are great for, and this knife in particular is great if you're going to cut through a case of onions, if you're going to dice a case of onions or something along that line. I like it for onions because it does help keep the onion from sticking to the blade. This one is well past worn. And I don't like it for any slicing type of, like, any of this stuff that I'm doing with this is not how this knife is really intended to be used. This is more of one of these jobbies. If I was going to suggest a knife for just about anyone to have, especially if it's a first knife or a primary knife, is an old school chef and probably a 10-incher. I think 12 gets to being too heavy and too long for most people in most situations. Maybe an 8-inch, especially if you don't have big giant claws like these. Something along that line would be great. Not necessarily Wusthof, not necessarily any particular brand. These days, I wouldn't probably recommend a particular brand because everyone's a little bit different. It's all going to work out differently, whichever one fits your hand nicely. I do like large knives. I think they, unlike small paring, I think people are actually more likely to cut themselves with a small paring knife than a large knife, because they're like, oh, it's just a small little thing. You know, they act like, you know, it's not going to go through their thumb or something like that. You know, this way I'm respecting it because it's a big hunk of metal. So hopefully that answers your question. It's sort of like studies tend to show that unless you're in a situation like, say, Subway, where they have a set up system where you have to regularly replace your gloves, the actual use of gloves tends to make more people cook dirtier because they got the gloves on. They're safe. They're not going to affect anything, and so they, you know, go from one thing to the other and cross-contaminate everything without changing their gloves. And so what is a great thing in wearing gloves and being sanitary turns into a sort of, man, really? Though it's usually the sushi chefs that save me from having to wear gloves by law all the time. Thank you. Awesome, Hud. Yeah, Actually, I'm going to toss the rest of this tomato in with the other batch, the salsa. Yep, SoCal. This one's a little underripe, I think, or it's going to be a really hard ripe one. The other one's, I think, is just about perfect. That one's always a scary one. That's not a safe. There's safer ways to do that. I don't know how well it comes through on camera, but that knife is going through the other side of that occasionally. See? Cuts right through it. Yep, Hud, that is absolutely the truth. They are so hard to peg as being just perfectly ripe. But the only time that I've ever seen it nailed down well that way is repeat buyer. When I worked at a resort, like, they had it nailed down, but they had produce guys bringing in cases like every day, sort of a thing. And so, you know, they had guys that knew and sorted them all, and so if they were ripe, pull them out, you're ready. But I have not seen that anywhere else. Yeah, this has become a major market for drug cartels. Because whether it's kuka or avocado, they don't care. They can tax you either way. And so they have been taxing farmers and avocado growers. And it's dramatically increasing their prices here in the US because of it. Always the fun to find out all those other sub-markets that the drug industry is profiting from. I'm going to take some of this top corner out where it looks like some bugs have been enjoying the top of that. Oh yeah, the avocado trade in Mexico has been... There's all sorts of news articles about it if you Google it. Hey, Bitter Dan, welcome in. How you doing tonight? What you been cooking lately? Speaking of that, I think you were AFK last time I mentioned this, Ozzy, but please feel free to give shoutouts to level regulars that we know, like Clay Carrington, or if I don't think he's around, but if Rhino is still around, or Bitter Dan's another great member of Team Bone In Food and Drink category. And I think I need to make that a little bit larger. We're gonna give our avocados and tomatoes a smash up here, and onions. Alright, now we got some smashed avocados. Salt, lime juice, MSG, there's always been, there's always been hints and ties, and it just makes sense. Anyone's seen, what is the name of the, Nicolas Cage flick where he's a gun dealer? It gets gray when you're dealing with wars and you're dealing with trying to influence other countries and other wars, and it is there's just the U.S. protecting citizens. Yeah, there was back in the 80s there was a I don't know if he was, I mean, the story was he was a cop in a CIA or something along that line. He got involved in the drug trade, and he was outing the CIA as making money off of the drug trade coming into the U.S. A little olive oil. That was in LA. I don't remember the whole story behind that, but yeah, it's the truth is the U.S. currency isn't necessarily good everywhere. And I'm sure the CIA wouldn't mind paying countries that we don't like in drugs so that those drugs then get passed around those countries. Yeah, I sort of filed this all under one of those things where it's a lot bigger than me, and I don't really, I'm not going to influence it all. And it's not really changing my life or anyone else's really here. Do I approve of it? No. What am I going to do about it? Not a whole lot. I've been much more successful at things like getting a Jeep pie, whose name I'm probably mispronouncing to dislike me, which I am perfectly happy with. Need more cilantro. We got a battle to do. We're back to doing cilantro again. Oh, wow. What an army. All sorts of help out there today. Thank you, folks. That was quick. Whooped. Entropy getting them kills. Naragon Imik. Naragami MC. Thank you for your assistance. Entropy and Colorful Peanut getting them rewards. We're going down here for the green chest. Into the unknown. And right side. So we get something to fight right off the bat. Uh-oh. Well, thank you for the attempt, Sparkle Craps. Welcome in. How you doing tonight? Doing well here tonight. We're having some fun. I had to delay my normal Wednesday. I normally do ingredient challenges here on Wednesday. But we're doing just some homemade nachos and goodies along with that. Instead, it's the thought that counts. I appreciate the attempted raid. What were we doing tonight? What were we crafting? What did we craft on stream? Gonna have to give you a follow here, because apologize, I've not stumbled across your stream before. Crazy day. Well, things are a bit more relaxed here, so. Shrimp pasta and garlic. Ooh. So is food your normal thing on stream? I'm guessing by your name that you may be a maker or crafter of another sort as well. Ooh, drafting and resin art. Awesome. I got a lot of respect for drafting. I took some drafting classes when I was in high school. I think it really, really helped me. This being before there was a whole lot of... There was some of it, but before most of it was computer 3D. I think it really helped me with being able to visualize things in a 3D type world. Beginning drafting and drawing and just trying to replicate 3D items in 2D. Like this job here before HUD. This is not the job for this knife right here. That is the job for this right here. We'll throw all the cilantro into our guacamole. Well, I'm making a big batch of both guacamole and salsa or pico. It's not really pico though, because we got chipotle in there, we got some other things that aren't strictly pico, but it's not too far away either. I am going to put some plastic wrap directly down on the top of that and throw that in the fridge. Now that that is made and ready for later. Okay, a little cleanup time here. Counter's already getting to be a mess and I haven't even done anything with it. And I've got cilantro stems all over my mouse. we're gonna need more cilantro too. Don't need this. We'll save the rest of those for other projects. Pressing it down on the surface of the guacamole to minimize air contact. If you got a nice sealable tub, that's a good time for this too. And we already got the lemon juice in there, but that's all nice and tightly packed against the plastic. Stuff in the way. Why is there always stuff in the way? Okay. I do like me some nachos. I mean, who doesn't? Thank you for joining in, Sarah. Appreciate the raid attempt. I'm gonna have to give your stream a check out here. I'm gonna finish with this coffee here, though. Only almost took me 2 hours to finish my coffee today. Hour and a half. But I'm gonna go back now to rolling tortillas. I'm gonna let the ground meat warm up to room temp here. Toss out this labeling. All right, back to rolling tortillas here. I should be separating this into a couple. You can call this enough dough for 6 tortillas here, maybe even more. And ball them up individually a little bit. this might be a bit small. Yeah, I think this is going to be a bit small. We're going to combine this into dos. Probably going to have more than enough either way because we're cutting these into chips, so it's not like we need a ton of tortillas. Yeah, not much by... I do pasta by machine. It's still a hand-cranked machine, but... yeah, not a lot of... might change in the future here. But for now, no machine, no mixing machines, no rolling machines, no sheeting machine. What I'd really love to have is like a, I don't think it really exists, but like a homemade version of a sheeter or a laminator, which takes up a lot of space, which I understand many people not wanting to have. But it's also something that you can probably pack up pretty tightly because it's essentially two rolling, what do you call them? Conveyor belts. Going back and forth with rolling pinchers, much like my pasta machine between it. And the idea is you can roll pasta between it a whole bunch of times, or roll dough between it a whole bunch of times, and it's gonna continually add a bit more pressure to it. They use it for making croissants and all those lovely puff pastry stuff in bakeries. Not really caring about making these perfect circle tonight. I mean, I could fuss about it more, but no need to. We're making chips. You don't need perfect taco shaped tortillas. They have to be if you're going to be properly keto. It's really hard to do, and I think a lot of people think they're keto. I'm not saying this about anyone in chat. I'm talking more people that I know outside of the Twitch world. A fair number of people that I think of as being on keto aren't really on keto. They just like saying they are. I think about half of them use it as an excuse just to eat a whole bunch of protein. Because the reality is you have to be, I mean, it's in the name. Make it work, you have to be ketonic. And from what HUD is saying there, that's more real. That's somewhat realistic. I mean, you basically have to remove all of the carbs from your diet, so your body is forced to use fat instead of carbohydrates. Start a flame up there on the stove. For anyone following the Discord, I kinked my neck this morning in the shower or something, and my neck muscles have been tensed up all day, and no real, like, action. Might have been a little bit at the moment in the shower, but once everything got back to normal, it was just sort of like everything just wanted to tense up all day. Hi, Bun Buns! Welcome, welcome. How are we tonight? Back to using the old camera here, at least until we get the new setup. I just couldn't do with the stop action photography we were going on, what we were having with. What happened yesterday? Ooh. That wasn't a good guess what, was it? I mean, just about anything water breaking is never a good thing. Start with our first tortilla. No kitchen until apartment fixes it. Sounds like a Beastie Boys song. Hopefully nothing else got ruined with it, Bun Buns. Hopefully it's just a temporary quick fix. Sorry to hear that you're underwater. You wouldn't want that to break either, Hud. Yes, we have 6 minutes until Stream Raiders, our next Stream Raiders battle. You seem to have lots of help tonight. Greatly appreciate that. Be awesome if we could get numbers up there where we're getting affiliate. They just changed their stats for that. Oh, we got a bubble. We got a bubble. It's like a sandwich-sized tortilla. You know, it looks like a piece of white bread. Or a soda cracker. Giant soda cracker.
Woo. Hope you're doing well.
How's there? Welcome back in. How you been? Thank you for that resub. Hopefully life's been treating you well. It's been lovely here. We got all sorts of new fun stuff going on. I've got a new camera that follows me, but it's making my computer too laggy, and so upgrading the computer hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully, if stuff arrives. Just been my usual cooking several times a week here. Been going well. We got all sorts of lovely people in here hanging out with me these days. Meant to do that. Normally do ingredient challenges here on Wednesdays, but I got liver this week. And I just felt I couldn't do liver without getting some foie gras. And I had to order the foie gras. I couldn't buy it locally because California law. So we're doing nachos instead. I say nachos instead, but I really was sort of planning to do nachos. There's more rescheduling and reshuffling of things. Thank you for the compliments, Bun Buns. Always quick with the compliments. Appreciate that. We got some guac in the fridge. I'm gonna start in on the meat here after we get the tortillas cooked. "45 seconds, get units on the battlefield." Last chance to join in on Stream Raiders. Let's give our lemons, our preserved lemons, a swirl here. Very obvious looking at the game. I don't know if people out there realize, if you folks, it's so obvious to you. It's a lot smoother without the new camera setup. That's definitely the issue with the PC. Still on one big force, so we're gonna take all of that out, no problem. I don't think we're gonna have any issues destroying all of that. Victory. Victory. Colorful Peanut getting those assists. Entropy walking away with the scroll for their, what is that, Saint? That's interesting. I haven't come across Saint before. I mean, I know we got paladins and all sorts of stuff along that line. Keep dredging the bottom here. And I'm in the mood to throw a berserker out there. Let's do some damage. These are all basically the same size here, so I'm going to give these a chop up separate from the other one. The other one's a little bit larger than these. But I think that's a little large still for tortilla chips, so I think we're going to go into eighths. I had this problem the last time I did tortilla chips at home. I ended up making them too large because I didn't want to create puny little chips. But that's really more, this is really more the size we need. That's even maybe a bit big. Oh, this doesn't work. They're gonna get fried, so it doesn't matter. There's a little light flour on the outside of them. Let's get out something for doing our frying. I think that's plenty large enough to do some frying. Of course, you can't see what I'm talking about. I think that's a big enough pot to do some frying in. We're gonna give this one a little bit more time. There's a little bit, even though I gave that one another roll out, that one's still a little bit thicker than the rest of them. It's got more layers. While we're waiting on that, we can do some other chopping. Do up the rest of these green onions. Going a bit smaller now. Having to control this much more than I should. It's sticking to wanting to stick to the knife more than it should. It's because my knife isn't that super sharp. There we go. That's nice and toasty now. Tempted to cut these down. Yeah. Something more like that. Cooking oil, frying oil. Previously used. Look, strained. I want to do the beef over here so I can show you guys doing the show you folks me doing the beef, but yeah, we're gonna move the oil around a little bit, but I don't recommend moving oil around. So we still got a heat on this pan over here. We're gonna add some more cooking oil. Thank you for that follow, Jared the One. Okay, our ground beef. We're going to add salt. Pepper. And you can't see that now. Appreciate that. Rinsing out styrofoam, not normally a great plan, but considering this is probably going to be in my house for 7 days since the trash went out last night, I want to minimize any bug interest in it at all, so I gave it a rinse off. We'll repeat our process that we did the other side on this side. Except we're going to add a whole bunch of other spices this time. Starting with MSG. I didn't put MSG on the other side. Not that you really need MSG with meat. I mean, you're gonna get plenty of umami flavor from the meat, but we're making taco meat, nacho meat. The more impact that this stuff can make, the better, because it's going to be sort of like the small accent piece to the much cheaper veggies for everything else. Bit more pepper on the backside. Let's see, we're going to need you, not you, you. We'll leave it there. Start with smoked paprika. Cayenne. Cumin. Garlic. And onion. Moisture's gotten to my onion powder, so it's clumping up on me inside of the container. What did I do with that? It's over here. Now we got what's probably a good sear on the other side. And break this up. So I still haven't flipped that, so most of the cooking that's been done is still on that same side. Going lovely, Ozzy. Just peachy. I need some water, though. Let's get these spices back in the drawer, too. Crank that heat back up on high. No oven tonight. That's sort of nice. That's nice, HUD. Yeah, they were just, it sounds like they're going to be doing that here in California not too long. Not sure about county by county basis. I'm sure some counties are still going to be like, yeah, you need a mask, but at the same time, we also have, what's the name of the county? There's a county way up north that like wants to succeed, like wants nothing to do with our state anymore. Apparently they were so upset that, you know, their right-wing sheriff wasn't right-wing enough for that county, which perhaps one of the 2 counties in the state that is red. Still too much water here. I'm gonna cook off that water, although, yeah. Well, that's always been the thing, to be honest, too. Is it always never was a thing that we're really worried about all these people getting it. It was all of these people are getting it all at once. They're overrunning hospitals, and hospitals don't have the equipment to save people. As long as we smooth, you remember them talking about smoothing the curve, or you know, all that stuff. That was really all this was about. That's what all of this was about. Like, otherwise, it's just going to be treated like a cold or a flu, and that's what it's going to be in the future. You're going to have to get your boosters, depending on how your politics will probably be, whether you should be wearing masks in public or not. But yeah, oh, there's a possibility it could go away. It's just not going to go away tomorrow. We're actually working on developing coronavirus vaccines now. Like, not just COVID, but like all coronavirus, you know, like SARS, MERS, all of these other ones that have been popping up once every couple of years. That's looking yummy to me. I think I'm going to cut the heat there. Let that hang out. That's still got a bit too much oil with it, but not the absolute end of the earth. Move the oil over here. We'll start our cheese sauce over here. You gonna work for me tonight? I guess you will work for me a little bit. Stream Deck's been mildly cooperative today. I felt like such an especially after not actually offending, but fake offending the dude in the produce section I was talking about earlier. I felt like such a fool a little bit later when I went and was picking up the things. I picked up this cilantro, and my queue, like, what I just go to without even really looking, I can tell the difference in leaves these days between cilantro and parsley. The first thing I did is I just buried my face with my mask on in this cilantro, like I was going to smell the cilantro flavor or smell to it. SoCal. So I'm making a roux over here for our cheese sauce. That's what's going on over here. No, if there's a booger, it's somewhere in here. But no, I picked it up and tried to smell it through my mask as if I'm gonna smell anything through an N95 mask. You don't smell anything. Why aren't you playing still music? No, but I can see some cilantro haters out there actually trying that game. There are some people out there that just hate cilantro. Like, it's like their life ambition to hate cilantro. And I understand, you know, I'm lucky percentage, 80% or so of us that don't mind cilantro, but oh yeah, at least to me it does. It has tons of flavor. It's just that percentage of people that don't like it, it tastes like soap to them. It does not taste like soap to me. I think that needs more flour. Yeah, Florida seems to be trying to fight even the idea of someone wearing a mask. Like, they're evil for doing so or something. Pretty much everyone here is still wearing masks everywhere in public. It's quite nice in that sense. I know that is not the case in many other places. I traveled to Texas last year. That was not the case when I was in Texas. But even today, I was surprised there weren't more people, you know, doing the, like, half mask off, like, I'm ugly protest. I don't know what they call that. Only most immune because they've had the most people get it. Nah, that's actually, there were studies during this whole thing that actually showed people had better resistance with a mask because you, much along the same line that you're thinking there, you're breathing out into that mask, and so you're coating that mask with the germs you already have, and so you actually already have, like, this pre-defense to anything else getting into your body. you got to think about this as COVID is not that strong of a bug. I mean, it's just strong enough to be getting everyone mildly sick. It's not some super bug that's gonna override everything else in your system. Yeah. I can see, yeah. So we'll add a little bit of chicken stock. I almost add the chicken stock as an alternative to water here because I don't want to go straight with dairy into this. I ended up breaking the dairy half of the time anyways. Even using some water in there. I don't suggest people try and get roux on their fingers. It's not a very safe thing to do. Yeah, and when we get into the whole mask debate too, like, Omicron is a completely different bug from the other ones. Omicron is like a mix of COVID with the common flu or something close to that. And so it is much more contagious while being not necessarily as bad. Which is typically how, you know, these things, the variations go. They're typically more contagious, but they're not as effective at hurting you. It's bug's trying to stay alive. It's not really caring about killing you so much as trying to stay alive. So, like, for the original coronavirus, or original COVID, your Delta, your everything up to Omicron, you know, they were fine with, like, cloth masks, and they could actually help stop it. Now that you're getting to bugs, it's much easier. Wow, look at all those archers. Victory. Inch be getting them kills and assists. Just carrying us all. Dib Wilson and Inch be getting the scrolls there for their flag bearers. Welcome, Uber. Ugh. Apologize for that. Happy to see you in here. Yeah, I have heard of Folding at Home. Actually, that was a great success with things because they had so many come and help them out. That's sort of the reason why they're working on whole coronavirus vaccines at this point, is because of how much Folding at Home is done. Folding at Home being sort of like the protein folding equivalent of SETI at Home, where they're using people's downtime of their CPUs to help calculate how proteins fold, which largely determines how they're effective or not. Back to doing cooking. We got our roux and our stock back here. The stock's mostly melted, so we're going to start adding some half and half in there. How's our oil doing here? We getting close to frying time? Nope. That's because the oil's not even on. We'll do cheese first. Cheese first. Happy to have you, Uber. Uber Superfly. Nope, I'm using Logitech C920s for both above the cutting board and the stove. Welcome in as well, the Femisphere. Femisphere. But a lot of people are switching the GoPros these days for streaming. It seems to work for people. But, I mean, a couple $100 for a GoPro or $40 for a, if you time it right, $40-80 for a awesome. Yeah, Cooking Without Looking is a great streamer. So these are actually the same cheddar, just new block versus old block. I think that'll cover us for tonight. Wondering what the heck kind of truck that is going by right now, because it is a basie. It be rumbling the ground around here. Trying to get this bag to work for me with the cheese. Doesn't want to fit. Nope. Guess we're breaking it down a bit more. Let's hope my cheese sauce hasn't completely burned on me. I think my earbud's about to die on me too. It's beeping in my ear. I might add a bit more dairy to that. Just happen to have another bottle of half and half. Well, that's looking like a nice creamy sauce there, nice cheese sauce. You're gonna thicken that up even more with adding a bunch of cheddar in there. Not all of it, but a good portion of this. Welcome back in, Blake Harrington. How you doing? How's your night going? This is a new emote of yours? What is this? I need to up my emote game. I'm gonna add a bit more liquid to that. It's a bit too cheesy. Looking nice, but I don't want to get too stringy. I think that's just about perfect right there. Let that hang out just like that. Actually, we need to keep that warm. Need to keep that one warm. Bit more water. I think you are single-handedly making that emote of mine most popular used one. It's been a while since I looked at the stats. It's sort of cool now that we got emote stats. We got a bit extra cilantro here tonight. Just a little. Get in there. I use these for my herbs every now and then. I don't close them. I leave them open. For anyone just curious how I store my herbs or anything like that. The best way is in damp but not wet, very lightly damp paper. This is the best way to store herbs. It just... too much fuss work. But if you're gonna try and preserve like a whole bunch, that's the way to do it. Why am I tightly bunching these? I just wanted to loosely chop this. This is garnish. There we go. How are we doing on our oil? We ready for frying yet? Only 150-ish. Turn that up a little bit there. Throw a little keep warm flame on that beef in the back. So we're down to chips and plating. So it was looking darker than I thought it was. Like, than I thought it. I didn't think I'd use this oil that much. Apparently I have. Toss this out. Be right back. Grab my water cup on here. Stretch time, chat. You've been slumping down in that chair. I need somewhere for these finished chips to go and dry out. So I'm going to set up some paper towel off to the side where I can drop them and season them. Grab my salt grinder and put that next to it so that put some fine salt on them as they come out of the fryer. Fine salt sticks a lot better than kosher salt when doing fried things. If you ever notice, you do it, it just sort of like bounces off, whereas the fine stuff is just lands. More salt in with their cheese sauce, some pepper. Actually, I haven't seasoned this at all, I don't think. So I'll go a little heavier with the pepper then and add a bit more salt because that definitely needed salt. Much better. Then again, there was probably salt on my finger. I'm only calling out other people's posture because mine's aching from hunching over that board. That, and I don't want your bad posture to be my fault. After all, isn't that what that new bill that they're trying to pass through now? Gonna hold websites accountable to what they provide? Like that's really gonna work? Yeah, I don't want to cause any people neck issues trying to, smell the screen. That's not why I'm here, folks. These bills are trying to undermine the thing that I'm sort of celebrating right now is that California saved us for net neutrality. And hopefully going to be one of those situations where we set the standard and everyone has to follow it because we're a third of the country. Welcome in, Gamer in Crisis. How goes your Wednesday? Still only 200 degrees there. Cranked it up quite a bit there. Nice! What you playing these days, Gamer in Crisis? I haven't been doing much gaming lately. Got hooked by one for a little bit back in November, and they sort of pushed me out. Path of Exile. Okay. What's got you hooked on that one? What's your nostalgia? Twitch gotta make their money somehow. I came across someone the other day that was, and I don't know, am I wrong in thinking this? They had set up their ad setup so that the they played once every 45 minutes. And from my understanding, they were only playing like a 30-second ad once every 45 seconds, which I think in order to get rid of pre-rolls, you have to do 90 seconds every 30 minutes. And so, if you're doing 30 seconds every 45 minutes, I think the issue is that person is making everyone watch pre-rolls other than 15 minutes of people. Hopefully that didn't stop the music. And then it's playing an extra ad on top of that for them. Let's see if the other earbud will work for me. One of my earbuds died there. They're a little finicky with how they're plugged in, and so unless they're perfectly in there, can't really tell that they're there. There we go. Now I can hear things. We can work with stuff, SoCal. I have things set up. I had things set up so that just basically takes pre-rolls off. It does typically leave me with some time to burn at the end of streams when I could have been procrastinating on stuff. I don't want to necessarily do it during battles because we have people that come in just for the battle, and I don't want to have them just come in and watch an ad. But I do have it set on a timer right now, Ozzy. I sort of view it as, okay, either people have to view an ad to even check out my stream, or I can play ads regularly. People, to be honest, I'm just going to recommend it. Even above subscribing to your top streamer, get yourself a Turbo subscription. It's a couple dollars more a month, but you don't get ads anywhere, and all the streams that you're viewing, the streamers still get that ad revenue. It still counts you as an ad viewer if you're on with Turbo. And so, like, it's almost like they're half subscribed to me because I get all their ad revenue, but they get to hang out with me without ads. I mean, of course, would love for you guys to subscribe to me, but I realize, it's not. It's $5. You can spend $5 to watch me without ads, or you can spend $7 or $8 and watch everyone without ads. But on to Stream Raiders. Try and haste as many as I can here. think we got this one. We're looking healthy. Ooh, that's a big dino. Two big dinos. Victory. Victory! Entropy getting them kills. Hudaz getting the assists. Div Wilson getting a scroll there, and Entropy getting some gold. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think we got one more in us tonight, because I don't know what's going to pop up here, so I'm going to suggest this. That way we can... something like that. That way we go as a group wherever we go. I don't know what's going to pop up in the next 30 minutes, but hopefully there's something for us to fight soon. Didn't switch for me. Oh, we're up 300-ish now. Take a moment here, and since we're still waiting on that oil, go look at what other goodies we got here. I got some upgrades to do here. Okay. All set with that. We got any quests? What's Versus like? It is a much more involved battle. It's good if you got a... Ooh, we got some... We still got upgrades over here? Why I got updates still? But essentially you have one streamer versus another streamer, and the maps are designed for that, and so they're you're limited on how many units you can use, and it's using the same basic game, but it's like an entirely different game at the same time. I would want to be actively talking with chat and playing that over. That would be much more of a just chatting stream type thing. Have a great one, Hud. Thank you for joining in. Hope you sleep well. Like, I would think that'd be much more of a thing for Play Carrington. In between games or that sort of a thing. Or in the past, I even toyed with... About a year ago, I toyed with the idea of doing, like, menu planning streams. And I just decided that, you know, while I'm cooking, I can tell you guys all you lovely folks, what I'm doing as I'm doing it. I'm very much I'm getting better at it, but I'm very much not a just chat to chat kind of guy. You get what I mean by that? I feel like it's hard for me to sit there and run a stream where it's just me chatting. We gotta be getting close on our temps here now. I see a 350 there. Give that a stir. One more minute and then we'll start our frying. And the frying begins. And so we want to remove most, if not all, the moisture from these chips, so we gotta wait until they're almost done boiling entirely. Fine salt over the freshly fried chips. And in for our next batch. Toss the last of them in here. Give them a little stir up on the beef behind the chips while we're waiting on those to dry out or fry. Sort of doing both here. We're sort of drying them out and we're sort of frying them. But we end up with these gorgeous things that are probably amazing with some of this. That's pretty damn tasty. Heat off on the oil. Heat off on everything here, actually. Hit the fresh chips with a bit more salt, fresh fine salt. All right, let's build some nachos. Nacho building time. Hey, Maz. Happy Wednesday. Welcome, man. Gotta layer your nachos. You can't just have it all. Just one bunch. That's no fun. So our seasoned ground beef. It's our first topping here. Hit it with the drizzle of the cheese sauce. Trying to knock over my bourbon. Who wants nachos? Welcome in, Merlin. We got some nachos going on here. Thank you for that follow. There we go, folks. How's that for some nachos? Grab some photos. I'll give you folks a close-up on the main screen here in a moment. Last call for Stream Raiders. We got enough units there, Ozzy? You think we can start early? So here's what we got for tonight's nachos. See what we got out here. I think we can give that 7 minutes. So what does everyone think I'm doing on Friday or on Sunday? Cheers, Gamer in Crisis. Sunday? No, Sunday's gonna be liver once I get my foie gras that I ordered. I will promise you folks that I'm not just using foie gras. It's weird having the earbud in the other ear. I'm so used to it being over here. It's actually interesting. I noticed my voice a little bit differently too. Like my brain has gotten used to the monitor in this ear. I will suggest that if anyone would like to guide the raid tonight and suggest where we head to after this, now would be a lovely time to do so. While I'm picking out some of the easy targets here. I shall wait for your epic. I'm fine, I can just sit here and eat nachos. I'm fine with that, folks. Ah, lost everything trying to get some sour cream. Also why I'm not used to wearing this earbud, it wants to fall out. Sure, that's hygienic there, putting the earbud directly from the floor into my ear. Going to repack our gazpacho guacamole, so that it's not got air on it anymore again. Try and prevent any oxidation from going on. I'm gonna give that whole thing a wrap though. Same with that. An ancient archer. Alright, we got 3 minutes left. We got anyone else waiting to put one last unit out there? Speak now or forever be without that unit. I'll let lag catch up for a second. Alright, Stream Raiders. Let's do our battle. Sort of weird how we split on that one. Tough battle. We've lost most of our units there. Tough battle. Down to these last two, though. Let's hope they don't spawn a bunch of other enemies. Still not locking into my ear. I'm still playing games trying to get it to stay. Thank you for that follow, Tron. Appreciate that. I'm working on getting close here to, we're in our last 100 here to 1,000. Victory. Victory! Hard fought battle. Lots of losses there, but we made it through. SoCal Aussie helping us to the end. Polly Dinwag getting that assist. We got 3 winners for this one. We got Div Wilson, Blake Harrington, and SoCal Aussie all getting some scrolls for their units. And I'm going to hold on there. We're going to go down here starting on Friday. We haven't had anyone guide the raid tonight. And I don't know. There's one raider I'm sort of aching to raid, but I don't think he's fully set back up again. I think we might just call it a night there. Want to thank I think we're just going to leave it there. Want to thank everyone for joining in tonight. I want to go enjoy these nachos where they are in a soggy mess. So, thank you all for hanging out with me. Going to be doing enchiladas on Friday. Going to be doing liver for dinner and dessert. Dinner and dessert on Sunday. And some more madness on Monday. We got a new vote on Discord for Wednesday night. I showed that at the beginning of the stream. Would love if you guys come in and vote. There's already people voting on that. That'll run until next Sunday. Thank you all for joining in tonight. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye now.